Hey, LeBron was touting you MVP the other day, but there's a good number of Warrior fans that are questioning his motives and think there's some sort of gamesmanship with that. How do you look at that?
I love no matter if it's him, it's me, whoever it is, there's always another element of analytics or analyzing what we say and how we say it and when we say it. So Bron's no stranger to that. Neither are we. Obviously, I'm appreciative of. He knows when he says something, people pay attention. So for him to speak on my MVP candidacy is definitely. I respect him for it. I appreciate it. We all know as competitors, though, when the lights are on, I can talk about how great he is till I'm blue in the face, and he can do the same. Doesn't change how we approach, that competition when we're out there. I won't be giving him a pass because he likes the way I played this year, and vice versa. So it's great for the entertainment value of what we do, and I kind of love the chatter because it's hilarious and it's awesome all at the same time. But it'll make for a good show tomorrow. Obviously, ultimate confidence. Not shy to talk about it. Not shy to let his presence be known and felt on and off the court. But it's also a motivator for the team, and he knows like that confidence that he exudes on the court is contagious. And his IQ, his competitiveness, physicality out there, all those things that you see, whether it shows up in the stat sheet or not, really ignites what we do, especially on the defensive end. And I credit him. Sometimes you need to, in however way you want to, proclaim who you think you are, in that respect, because I'm sure that motivates him for what he needs to do tomorrow. The rest of the playoffs, hopefully, and the rest of his career.
And boy, do we have a classic coming your way tomorrow night in the Western Conference. It's the late game. Steph v. LeBron again. And Steph Curry's teams have won 15 of those 22 matchups in the playoffs between the two. All of them coming in 4 consecutive finals against the Cavaliers, with Steph's Warriors winning 3. LeBron has excelled in these matchups. King James averaging nearly a triple-double in his playoff meetings with the Warriors when you factor in his 11-plus boards per game and those outings, but now dealing with a nagging ankle injury tweaked on Sunday. Here's the latest for both teams.
We know who the head of the snake is. It's Steph. We got to do our best to contain him. It's going to be a team effort.
We're playing, someone that could potentially be the MVP of the NBA season. I think for us, we have appropriate fear.
And we anticipate they're going to throw the kitchen sink at Steph. Multiple defenders, different matchups, some blitzes, some kind of shadowing, that type of stuff.
Obviously have a great deal of respect for our opponent, and we're going to have to play great to beat him.
I wish there was, what's a better word for excited? What's a better word for excited, Devoir? Elated? Is that a word?
Elated, yeah.
We look at it as, a game 7 for sure. Because you only get to play. You play these guys one time.
The simplest way to put it is we're coaching to win. Whatever we need to do to win this game, that's what we're going to do.
Wednesday night. Won't count as a playoff game, but it is similar to a clinching situation in that the winner will clinch the 7 seed. That is the battle between the Warriors and the Lakers. According to Elias, LeBron and Steph have 2 of the 6 highest scoring averages all time in potential clinching games. NBA champ Kendrick Perkins back with us here on SportsCenter. Perka, what's the best plan of attack for the Lakers in this game against the scoring champ that is Steph Curry?
Well, Kev, forget the fact that the Lakers have the #1 defense in the league. Forget the fact that they have the best duo since Kobe and Shaq. What the Lakers have to do is they have to make Steph Curry Play defense. Spend some of that energy on the defensive end, because we all know from watching this Warriors team this year that 80% of their offense is Steph Curry. He has to move without the ball offensively. He has to get open. So if I'm the Lakers, I'm searching Steph Curry out, trying to make sure that I put him in position to have to guard and try to spin and exert some of that energy so he don't have it on the offensive end.
You mentioned the workload there for Steph on the offensive end. Of course, no Klay Thompson. Who needs to step up and help Steph for the Warriors to pull off the upset?
Well, a guy that was a former #1 pick, right? A guy in Andrew Wiggins. He has to be the #2 option. He has to elevate his game. He's been doubted. He had a pretty good season this season. But now when it matters the most, forget that 18 points a game. They're going to need 25 to 30 points from him, because the Lakers are going to make someone else beat them, and Andrew Wiggins has to be that guy. He's going to be head-to-head with LeBron James, and he's going to have to elevate his game even more so than ever.
We all said this about Wiggins. He has the talent. We just need to see the effort come together, especially on the defensive side. By the way, he's averaging just 12 points a game in 3 games against the Lakers this season. The play-in tournament begins tonight, and the Pacers getting some bad news before facing the Hornets. Caris LeVert will not play as he entered into the league's health and safety protocol, and LeVert will miss the next 10 to 14 days if Indiana advances. What a great story that he had to go through a lot of health issues and then come back, and then he was on a run, especially the last 10 games, averaging 25.7 dimes and 5 rebounds. Big loss there for the Pacers. Good news for them tonight. Domantas Sabonis will play without a minutes restriction, and Malcolm Brogdon is available as well. So you see a couple players average over 20 points per game. The Pacers are one of only 2 teams in the league with 3 players averaging over 20 plus, but no LeVert. But you're going to have Brogdon there as well as Sabonis tonight on the floor. NBA champ Kendrick Perkins joining us now on SportsCenter. So losing Caris LeVert is a major blow for this team. Where will this impact Indiana the most tonight?
Well, in a lot of ways, especially offensively. Look, we have to remember, right? Caris LeVert last year in the bubble, on the biggest stage when it mattered the most, went down there and had a 40-piece wing dinner, all flats, okay? This guy is one of the few on that team that could create for himself, create for others. He is a walking bucket, and you need that right now in this play-in tournament. I call it the playoffs before the playoffs. They're going to miss him dearly. He's a key factor for them, especially with TJ Warren being out for the season. And look, we don't know how healthy Sabonis is. We don't know how healthy Malcolm Brogdon is. So with that being said, this is a huge loss for the Indiana Pacers, because Caris LeVert is a walking bucket. Okay,
so here's the deal. It's win or go home tonight. So who wins, the Hornets and LaMelo Ball and a youth system there for Charlotte, or the Pacers?
Well, look, I'm going to tell you this, okay? The Indiana Pacers are dead bird, tall grass, okay, without Caris LeVert. And the Hornets are winning the game. And here's why. They have personnel, right? They have a young star, rising superstar, in my opinion, in LaMelo Ball, baby Magic Johnson, that make plays for others, plays with a certain type of edge and tenacity. He's the engine to that team. And then you have a guy like P.J. Washington, right, who comes in, provides a spark. He can play multiple positions, and he has a tendency of knocking down shots. Mikal Bridges, another guy that flies under the radar, who is super valuable to that team, who brings a certain type of edge at the wing position and the power forward position. But last but not least, you have Scary Terry. Terry Rozier, you have to remember that when he was in Boston and Kyrie Irving got injured, he stepped up tremendously and helped Boston make it to the Eastern Conference Finals. So I got the Hornets winning the game tonight.
Okay, and if they do win, the winner faces the Wizards. Celtics loser for that 8th.